the intent is to marry safe routes into the traffic calming program and to treat it as it has in the past. It has to look at the projects, to have public info meetings, come up with designs, get some data, obtain some traffic counts, and then go forward with them. That's, in a nutshell, where safe routes is. There's really no change.
Garrow's hit on the only substantive concern I heard discussed at the meeting I was at, which was the concern that the safe routes people have, that somehow their projects are now not going to get done or will be lost in this process somehow. Can you just talk about that for a second?
Sure. First, just let me say that as far as the Safe Routes to School projects go, the efforts that have been put forth by the residents and those that were involved in those studies is not going to be discarded. The basis of this program, the backbone of the program we're talking about here, relies on efforts similar to the ones generated by the Safe Routes to School studies to develop acceptable solutions that are agreeable, that address the problem at hand and are agreeable to the wide breadth of the neighborhood residents. I'd like to have 2/3 of the polling area be acceptable.
No, but I just comment that I certainly support your 2/3 rule, because when we get projects, when we spend town money, we want to make sure there's pretty much consensus in the neighborhood before we do that.
So I think probably without objection then we'll adopt this as the process for the traffic calming program. And we'll run it this way for a year or so, and we'll see how it goes, and you may want to come back to us in a year or so. And so, you may want to come back in a year or so when you've had some experience with this, and you may want to think about amending it. I don't think we have any problem with that. I think sometimes people get the idea that we adopt these things and then there's no modifying them based on what we learn along the way. But in fact, that's not the way we would like to operate. If we see as we go along that there are things we should do differently, rather than just change the way we operate on an ad hoc basis and not update the document, I would rather update the document so that we always have a transparent process that's up on the website. People know how it works. Modification every year or so is not the end of the world for us. So without objection, then we'll adopt this.